Realtors, today I want to talk about GPT 5.4 because I gotta be honest, for a while there, ChatGPT had really started to lose me. And I know I'm not the only one. With some of the previous GPT 5 releases and their updates, it just didn't feel like what it used to be. The quality felt off, the personality felt weird, and a lot of the time it felt way too eager to agree with everything I said. It started feeling less like a sharp assistant and more like a polished yes man. And I don't want a yes man. I don't need a robot blowing smoke up my ass and telling me every idea I have is genius. What I want is a model that can help me think better, write better, research better, and actually challenge weak assumptions when they need to be challenged. I mean, literally, that's the whole point. So for a while, I really drifted away from using ChatGPT the way that I used to. Now, with that being said, GPT 5.4 seems promising. I'm still testing it, and I'm not ready to sit here and act like we've seen months and months of proof yet. But so far, I've been using both ChatGPT 5.4 Thinking and 5.4 Pro, and I gotta say, it feels pretty legit. And that's why I think this release might matter to us. Not because there's hype, and not because people online are freaking out, and not because OpenAI says it's amazing. It matters because for the first time in a while, this feels like a version of ChatGPT that might actually getting back to being seriously usable again. And if that holds, this is gonna be a big deal. So in my opinion, this could end up being one of the most meaningful jumps we've seen from ChatGPT since the move of 3.5 to 4.0. Now, am I saying that this is for sure right now? No, absolutely not. Only time will tell. But I am saying this is the first time in a while that I've used a new GPT model and thought, okay, this actually feels like it might be a contender again. Because for a while there, it felt like ChatGPT had lost all of its edge. And I know there's been a lot of noise around OpenAI lately. We've seen a ton of media hype, a ton of drama, and a ton of people acting like the sky is falling because of politics, company decisions, government contract, model wars, and whatever else is going on. And look, I'm not gonna get political here. I really don't care about the tribal BS. Use the model that works best for you. That's my position. This is not religion. This is not sports teams. This is not a loyalty contest. This is a tool. And the reality is, you should be using the tool that helps you get the best result for your workflow. So for me personally, Gemini is still the model I use more than anything else. And it probably always will be because the integration is insane and it fits the way that I work really, really well. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit here and pretend GPT 5.4 isn't a strong move from OpenAI, because it is. And if I'm being fair, which I always try to be, this is absolutely a step in the right direction for OpenAI. So OpenAI launched GPT 5.4 and ChatGPT as 5.4 Thinking, and they also launched 5.4 Pro. They're positioning it as a model built for serious professional work, not just basic chat. They're specifically talking about reasoning, coding, agentic workflows, spreadsheets, presentations, documents, and deeper research. And to me, that's actually one of the most important parts of this entire release, because that tells you where this is going. We're no longer looking at just a slightly better answer to some random question. We're gonna be getting actual work done. And that is the shift, which is why I'm actually kind of excited about that. Because the old way people use ChatGPT was like a novelty. Write me a caption, write this email, give me a summary, help me brainstorm. Cool. That stuff still matters, but what OpenAI seems to be pushing harder now is the idea of ChatGPT as an actual work engine. Something that can help you think through harder problems, something that can stay on task longer, something that can work across documents, files, and tools, and something that can actually help produce deliverables, not just talk. And if that continues to improve, this is gonna be massive, especially for industries like real estate. Because let's face it, real estate is messy. It's never just one clean task. It's buyer presentations, seller presentations, CRM workflows, neighborhood research, lead follow-up, content planning, listing prep, pricing conversations, spreadsheets, documents, inspection reports, and a million little things stacked on top of each other. That's why most of us feel like we have ADHD and are going insane. So with this release, it actually matters to me because if GPT 5.4 really is better at handling spreadsheets, presentations, documents, longer tasks, and tool-based workflows, that is exactly the kind of improvement that can make it useful in the real world. So not just impressive, but useful. And that, to me, is a huge difference. And you guys know how bad I've been scrutinizing GPT lately. So me saying this should mean something to most of you guys that follow me out there. Also, one of the more interesting things that OpenAI highlighted is that GPT-5.4 thinking can give you an upfront plan while it's working. So you can actually see the direction it's taking and adjust the course before it finishes. So that matters a lot more than people think, because one of the most annoying things with older models was realizing halfway through that it was going down the wrong path. And by then, you already wasted the turn, you already wasted the tokens, and you lost the context. That kind of steerability is going to be a big deal going forward. It makes the experience feel more collaborative and less like you're just pulling a slot machine and hoping for the best. And that's really the theme of why I think GPT-5.4 is going to be significant. It feels like OpenAI is trying to get back to building something that is more usable, more capable, and more practical for real work. Now, I still have one major concern, and I think this matters more than anything. I do not like the Sycophantic AI behavior. I actually hate it. I hate when a model just agrees with everything I say. I hate it when it flatters bad ideas, and I hate it when it refuses to push back, and I hate it when it acts like every take is brilliant just because it wants to be agreeable. That's not helpful. That is weak. And honestly, I think that behavior made some of the earlier experiences with recent ChatGPT models a lot worse than they should have been. The crazy part is how many people actually liked that. Like, I want my ideas challenged. I don't want to just have a yes man. So right now, even with the 5.4 looking stronger, I am still prompting anti-sycophantic language into my workflow. I'm still telling it to not blindly agree with me. I'm still telling it to challenge my assumptions, and I'm still telling it to point out flaws, gaps, weaknesses, and counter arguments when they exist. And I would definitely recommend that you guys all do the same, at least for now. Because if you're using AI seriously, you don't want a cheerleader, you want a useful collaborator. You want something that can help sharpen your thinking and not just validate it. This kind of goes along with when people say, oh, AI is just gonna make you dumber. Well, if all it ever does is agree with you, then yeah, it probably will, because you're gonna get dumb ideas thinking they're good. So this is gonna be a huge part of whether 5.4 really lives up to the potential people are seeing in it right now. So where do I officially land on this? Here's my honest take. I'm not abandoning the other tools I use. And I'm not suddenly acting like ChatGPT won the entire race. I'm not buying into all the hype, and I'm definitely not pretending the last stretch of ChatGPT releases felt amazing, because to me, they absolutely sucked. But GPT 5.4, yeah, it might actually be pretty dope. I think this one feels different. I've been using it quite a bit, and it does. It feels different. It feels like OpenAI finally made a move that puts them back into the conversation in a serious way. It feels like a model I actually want to keep testing. It feels like a model that could earn its way back into more of my daily workflow if it stays consistent. And in this market where everybody keeps arguing about which model is best, I think the only answer to this that really matters is use what works. Use what helps you produce. Use what helps you think, and use what helps you move faster without getting sloppier. Use what actually improves the quality of your work. And right now, 5.4 looks like it deserves a real shot. So for me, this is not a victory lap. This is not blind hype. This is not me saying OpenAI is suddenly untouchable again. I actually think they're still in a little bit of trouble, but this is me saying they absolutely have a contender on their hands. And if they keep improving this direction without screwing it up, this could end up being one of the most important model releases they've had in a very long time. So stay tuned, because I'm gonna be doing a separate video specifically on how to prompt 5.4 properly based on both what OpenAI recommends and what I'm personally seeing in real world use. Because a strong model with weak prompting is still gonna give you weak results. Garbage in, garbage out. Remember that, guys. It still holds true to this day. And if ChatGPT 5.4 really is as capable as it seems, then learning how to direct it the right way is going to matter a lot. So drop a comment and let me know what you think. Have you guys tested 5.4 yet? And are you impressed with it? Do you still prefer Gemini, Claude, or something else? Or do you think this is the first real sign that ChatGPT is actually gonna get some edge back? I appreciate you guys. Please let me know what you think on this. And if you like this video and you got any value, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.